All right, so welcome in and welcome back. I go by Man of Many Toys on YouTube, and I'm also a part-time reseller on eBay and whatnot. I sell toys on eBay and whatnot, and this video will go over some tips that I've learned over my course of selling on Whatnot. Over on Whatnot, I've done about 4,600 transactions, good seller rating and all that. So I just want to share some things with you. I'm gonna start a series of this. I'm just gonna share like one tip per video. It'll just be a little short video. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first tip that kind of stood out to me over my journey of selling on Whatnot is, let's just phrase it like this: don't trust the chat. I know it sounds a little bit negative, but what I mean by don't trust the chat is, let me give you an example, see if I can help better explain it. So let's say you started up a show, you're selling toys or whatever you're selling, and everything is going good. You're selling for about an hour, people are bidding, you got about 20 people in your show, people are giggling, making jokes, you're having a good time, you're laughing yourself, and then you start feeling good. You start getting that itch. Hey man, well, it seems like things are selling. I got this figure over here, this action figure over here is worth about 50 bucks. I might as well see if they're gonna buy it. So that's okay to do. But what's not okay, unless you really want to do this, what's not okay is to grab that toy that you weren't really planning on selling, it's worth 50 or 60 bucks, and you're feeling good. So you're gonna trust the chat to help drive up this price to where you want to be at. You put the item on your table and you run a dollar start. You run a dollar start in that, and you got about 7 consistent bidders out of that 20, and you're feeling like, hey man, if I run this, they're gonna get me up to the price that I want. I'm just gonna start it off low. Don't do that to yourself. I've made this mistake. I've done something like this. I put an item up for sale, and that thing only went for like $5. It was worth about $40, $50. So don't do that to yourself. And if you're really gonna bless the chat and you don't care what the item goes for that you're getting ready to sell, and you just want to throw it up because everything's going good, and you don't care, you can do that. But if you care, make sure you price that thing a little bit higher or closer to what you want. Start the price up a little bit higher. Don't run a dollar start and trust that your chat is gonna get you to where you need to be. Probably start off at 15 bucks, and if it sells for 15, at least you're happy. Because if it doesn't sell for what you want and it ends up selling for $5, you might be pissed. You might not know how you're gonna react. You might just be, oh dang man, I thought y'all were gonna help me out. I can't run nothing like that no more. Like, nobody wants to hear that. People will leave your show over stuff like that, like a negative talk. And I've been to shows like that where people are just upset because they're running dollar starts and stuff is selling for $1. Like, dude, just run your stuff at the price that you want to sell it for. If the chat and if your buyers aren't buying like that, just run it at a price that you want to sell it for. If you're that pissed, if you're that upset about your items selling for a low price, start off a little bit higher. Don't care. If you don't care, don't care. And also what I noticed is I've been into I've been into a lot of Whatnot shows. I remember one guy in particular. He would ask the watchers, he would ask the buyers, hey, does anybody want me to run this item? If you want me to run this item, put a flame emoji or put a heart emoji in the chat. So people would put little hearts emojis. He'll count the emojis and it'll be like, oh, okay, well, I got about 5 people interested. Let me run this. That's another example of trusting the chat. And he ends up running it. He runs it for $1 start and only sells for about $7. And he's pissed. You can do that. You can gauge the audience, but just make sure if it's a grill item that you care about, start it up a little bit higher so that you won't be pissed. That's all I'm saying. Take it or leave it, but that's the first tip. I got some more of these coming.